Oh boy, and we're living through that madness right now, aren't we? I mean, it's everywhere. I don't know. I mean, I'm Generation X myself, and you know, I lived a very immoral life, without a doubt. People who know my story, but even in my crazy days, I knew I was a dude, and I know what bathroom to use, and if I'd use any other pronouns beside he and him. Rightly so, my friends would have been like, "Dude, you smoked a little too much." I mean, what are you talking about? That's madness. That's crazy. But that's where we're at right now. I mean, all you got to do is turn on the TV today and you can see when you get away from truth, when you get away from the models of masculinity and femininity, our Lord and our Lady, you're going to end up with 27 so-called genders. You're going to end up with men thinking that they can have a menstrual cycle and breastfeed. You're going to end up with women who are going to think that, they're a dude. And just all this confusion is going to take place. And that's where we're at, because society has ditched Christianity. We've ditched the models. And so we're just making stuff up. And then it gets so bad that it gets put into law and people think that they have rights to identify as a turtle, and be affirmed by it, by the most prestigious universities in our land. I mean, we're nuts. This is where it's at. And these are things that, outside of the Eucharist, of course, the main topic here, these things have to be addressed by the hierarchy too. I mean, yes, with great love. We're all wounded. We got baggage issues. Me first. All of us do. But there's right and there's wrong. There's truth and there's falsehood. There's light and there's darkness. And so a father calls it out and says, "No, honey, your name is Lisa. You're not a boy. You may like to be a little tomboy on the farm or something, do something. Okay, fine. But ultimately, you're not a boy." Or, the opposite with your little boy. "No, it's not cool if you wear a dress. As a matter of fact, let's go out and chop some wood, hunt a deer, gut something, and, get our hands dirty." The culture is trying to take away those distinctions and make us basically androgynous, to blur the distinctions between the masculine and the feminine, so that now you can't even tell by appearance what is masculine and feminine today. This is the great danger of our times, I think, the anthropological issues. But again, I think that there is something, this would be another book, to bring in the Eucharist on this, to bring in an aspect of what is manhood, right? We have Matt Walsh and What is a Woman, right? And so well done, so well done. What is a man? It's a man who pours himself out, who's strong, and yet is sacrificial, is loving, and serving, and giving himself, like our Lord, preeminently, who offered himself as a sacrifice for those that he loves and has become consumable for us now because of his love. That's manhood. Every man should be looking to that model, not the worldly models, all the flawed ones. If a bridge is falling down, you don't look at all the flawed ones. You go to the blueprint. How do we shore this thing back up? How do we fix it? The problem in society today is everybody's trying to figure out what is a man, what is a woman, what is a family, all those things. But they're looking at all the flawed models. Christianity, Catholicism has the models. We have Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. I mean, what are we doing? So we've got to get back to that. And especially in Catholic education, we've got to get back to that.